Hello, my name is Larkar Poltov and I'm running for the Education and Campaigns Officer. I am a last year student at CEAS doing economics and business, and I have been involved with the union for 3 years, as well as running the UCL Energy Society for 2 years. I previously stood in union elections as union chair and union trustee.
Hi, my name is Wahida Sami and I'm running for Education and Campaigns Officer. I'm currently studying biomedical sciences and I'm in my 3rd year at university.
I'm running for this position because I think UCLU is one of the most important democratic bodies within the UCL structure. It is the first point when people experience the democracy, and I want to facilitate and help them to do it to a greater extent.
Having spent 3 years at UCL, you can see what needs improving and what would make students' time at UCL much more easier. I'm running for Education's Campaigns Officer because I feel that this role has the most opportunity to interact with all the students of UCL and impact all of them. The other positions are Activities Officer and Women's, and I feel like those are more direct to a certain group of students at UCL, and I wanted the opportunity to affect everyone and make a change. And the reason I feel that this role is really important is because it directly affects our education and academic experience here. And that's the most important thing. That's why we come to university.
I think one of the biggest problems with UCL is that UCL has neglected the needs of students. It is now concentrating more on the needs of teachers and teaching assistants than the real needs of students. The union is incredibly disconnected within the whole of the university and student body. We are campaigning against the pension cuts of our lecturers, we're campaigning against the pay of the teaching assistants, but what UCL doesn't campaign about is the real needs of students. Those teachers have their own unions, and we need, as a UCLU body, to concentrate on the real needs of students, not teachers. They're the part of the UCL, not UCLU. It is the students' union, and that's what we should care about. I think it is hypocritical of UCLU to support the teacher strikes. Teachers are missing the vital lectures that we need as students to pass our exams. And I think we should actually condemn the teacher strikes because it undermines the quality of our education.
So from speaking to people and from my own opinion, I think a major issue education-wise is not having a 24-hour library facility on the weekends, especially during exam period. Almost all other universities in London offer that facility, and for UCL as a huge university, I think that is really important for students' academic requirements, because that will definitely improve our grades to have that facility available over the weekends and extended over Christmas and Easter. Another huge issue is feedback. Feedback is very, very poor at UCL. They have a 4-week feedback policy, and most of the time they don't stick to it. We have deadlines for our dissertations, for our essays, so I feel that lecturers should have deadlines for their feedback and should stick to it just like we have to stick to ours. So that is definitely a thing that I will work on. Another thing is we don't have any cafes or food services available on the weekends, and I think that is important as well because other universities offer that. I also feel that we should have more tutorials and have an improvement in the tutoring system between the academic staff and student. On the campaign side of things, I think it's really important to try and stabilise tuition fees for all students, which means international students as well. And there's also a rise in rent for UCL accommodation, which will definitely impact the new students that come to UCL. So I will also try to stabilise that. I'll definitely encourage students' voices to be heard through campaigning and encouraging them to run their own campaigns. And a major thing that I want to work on is the gap between students and academic staff. I think we really need to be much more closer so we can approach staff when we want to and ask them for help.
Lecture cards for all departments, 24-hour library opening on the weekends, better exam feedback, better study facilities, and campaigns that really matter to students.
Improving students' academic needs and educational experience at UCL, representing them at all levels through their education, through campaigning, and definitely making the gap between academic staff and students smaller.